day, my wonderful students. How are you? I hope you're enjoying your stuff, and I hope you're practicing your safety measures. And you're reading your books online, you're visiting your student portals, copying your notes, reading and doing all the necessary assignment that follows. I hope you are doing all that. All right, today we are going to look at our week 9 topic titled Environment Friendly Consumption Practices. SS2 students, are you with me? Yes, environment friendly consumption practices. That is our topic for week 9. That is SS2 students, my senior students. Are you there? All right. Environment friendly consumption practices. Okay, and at the end of this class, I want each and every one of you to be able to define the meaning of friendly and non-friendly environment consumption practices on the consumption of goods and housing. Do you understand? All right, and I really want you to mention the promotion of environment-friendly consumption practices as a true message, songs, and so on and so forth. Are you getting it? Yes, these are the things I want you to know at the end of this lesson. Is that taken? Okay, let us look at the definitions of this particular topic. What is friendly consumption practices? When someone says that you are consuming friendly, what does it mean? Okay, friendly consumption practices means the development that meets the needs of this present generation, and ensure that the needs of the future generation will be met in the environment. Are you getting it? Let me come again with the definition. Friendly consumption practices means the development that meets the needs of this present generation and ensure that the next, as in the needs of the next or future generation will be met in the environment. How? Yes, now as individuals or as consumers, we are consuming already. We are meeting our needs, isn't it? Okay, how do we meet the needs of the future generation? That is a big question we need to ask ourselves. Yes, this is what we meant by friendly consumption practices. At least when you are consuming, you are not being only selfish about yourself or about satisfying yourself at this present time, but you are considering, putting into consideration those future generation. How are they going to be met? How their needs are going to be met? Are you getting it? All right. Take for instance now, we are consuming water bottle, as in bottled water, yes. We are consuming bottled water, isn't it? And when you consume the water, inside the bottled water, you dispose the bottle, isn't it? Okay, but we know very well that that bottle will still serve the next generation that comes after us. If only we can manage it and handle it very well by using our 3 R's, that is recycling, reproduction, and so on. Are you getting it? That is how we consume friendly. All these are water nylons. We use them and we dispose it at the right place so that they will be able to recycle it and use it for another thing. Is that taking? All right. That is the only way we can meet the needs of the future generation, by putting into consideration the recycling purposes. Is that taking? Okay. Now, let us look at the unfriendly consumption practices. Now, unfriendly consumption practices is the environment that is not properly protected so as it will not continue to support life. Okay, a situation whereby you finish with this bottled water and you trash it recklessly in a way that you cannot lay hand on it and recycle it for another thing. It can be used for a plastic bowls. It can be used for other things that are necessary in the environment. Do you understand? It is not must that it will be that plastic bottled water that they will use it to produce the second time. It can be used to recycle for another thing. But a situation whereby we use them and we dispose them recklessly, that means we are not helping, we are not supporting life, we are not putting the next generation into consideration. Are you getting me? Okay, let's be going as we look at the promotion of environment-friendly consumption practices. How do we promote this environment? Are you getting? How do we promote this our environment? Number one, some of the environmentally friendly practices include, like, we generate minimal waste, solid and liquid waste when you consume. You know, some of us, we don't know how to manage things. That is why this subject, home management, is very, very important in the life of all the students. Do you understand? It helps you to know how to manage the limited resources around your vicinity in your environment. Is that taken? So it will help you to minimize the waste you will be incurring, because already you have known how to manage the resources around you. Is that taken? So you will now know the difference between solid waste and liquid waste and how you go about it. Are you getting? Then our liquid waste, you know, you waste it is in form of water, isn't it? Like our feces, water wastewaters will go through drainages. Okay, solid waste, like all these bottles and broken bottles and so on and so forth. How do you dispose them? That the knowledge of these friendly, environment-friendly consumption practices will help you to know how you dispose all this waste and how you go about it. Is that okay? It is very, very important. All right, let's be going as we look at some or more of the promotion, how you can promote this environment-friendly consumption practices. Like another point is that sort the solid waste according to type, e.g., degradable and non-degradable ones. Packaged them separately. Do you understand? You pack them separately. You degrade them like pure water nylon. You know, you will dispose it separately because nylon is not. It does not decay. Do you understand? You do what? You separate them. And all the solid waste, the strong waste like bottle and iron, you sort them separately because they don't decay. But all those waste that can decay, you leave them because at the end it will turn out to be manure, which will help our environment. Is that okay? All right. Now, another point is that you dispose the packed waste properly in the government-approved refuse dump. Very important. Because Nigeria of today, the citizen of Nigeria today, me and you, will find ourselves doing the wrong thing when we actually know the right thing. Yes, government has actually provided a site where we'll be disposing all these waste products. But will I say that we always look at it that we are too lazy to go to that site. Some of we find ourselves dumping our refuse in a gutter. Do you understand? Blocking our all these our drainages, which is not okay for the health of the individuals or citizens of the environment, living in the environment. Is that taken? So it is high time for us to be doing the right thing at the right time. It is very, very important. Don't dispose your waste in a gutter or any channel made for rain water to pass or dirty water to pass, because it will block it up and it will spoil, it will affect our environment. Mosquitoes will be everywhere. It will increase the level of malaria in the environment. And again, we won't be able to lay our hands in all these waste products that we have used in order to have the opportunity of recycling them for the need of the future generation. And you get it. Remember our definition. It's very important. All right, let's look at other points. Where a dump is not available, but there is space. You can bury the biodegradable waste and use as compost. Are you getting? You can use them as compost, because compost, what do I mean by that? Like all these things that can decay, like our waste food, dead animal, you can bury ground, you can bury them on the ground, dig ground, bury them. Are you getting? Our feces can bury them the ground. Even they are buying them because they are using them for agricultural products. Are you getting it? So all those ones that can decay, you bury them if there is a space. But when there is no space and there is a provision by the government for them, you, as in, gently and responsibly go there and dump them for the future generation. Is that taken? Okay. Another point is that you have to burn the papers, rags, and dry leaves. Very important. That is why it is important for you to degrade them, sort them according to type. If it is nylon, you put them at one side. Iron, put them at one side. Bottle, you put them at one side. All these things, there's a way, one way or the other, they can be recycled and used for another product. Are you with me? Okay. So as from today, I want at the end of this class, you will be able to know how you will be disposing your waste products. Please sort them. Thank God there are all these malams that buys empty bottle, like all these our pure water, bottled water can, and our mineral can. Do you understand? The empty one. If you can gather them to, I think, a bag, one big bag, they will come and wait and give you your money. It is another way of sourcing for income. And at the same time, you're helping to keep your environment very clean. Is that taken? Okay. Now let us look at the recycled wastes that can be made into other forms of useful items. You know, I've been saying recycling. There are some wastes that you can recycle and use it to produce another thing. Like use biodegradable materials for wrapping food whenever possible. Are you getting? Use biodegradable materials for wrapping food whenever possible. It is important. Are you getting? Now, wrapping and containers for purchased goods, such as empty bottles, carbon, and plastic should be properly disposed, like our wrapping and containers for purchased goods, such as empty bottles, just like what I said. Carbons and plastics should be properly disposed. That means you need to dispose these bottles very, very properly. Are you getting me? You dispose them very, very properly so that they can be used for recycling. Is that taken? Because a situation whereby you use them and you do not sort them according to time, just like as I told you, it is nylon, you put them aside, paper, rags, and so on and so forth. You separate them according to time. So that you know the ones you burn, the ones you bury on the ground, the ones you do what? They will use for recycling. Is that taken? So when you sort them properly, it will be able to be used for recycling and you use it for another product. Is that okay? Okay, let's be going. As we look at other points, avoid indiscriminate dumping of waste or littering your surroundings with leftover food items. It's not necessary. When you have leftover food, at least they can decay, isn't it? If you have a dumping space, please package them very well, throw them at the provided space. Do you understand? The space provided by the government so that the environment will look neat and it will be odorless. Are you getting? But when there are space in your environment, you have right to dig the floor and bury the waste so that it will decay and it will still give the environment manure. Are you getting what I'm saying? All right. Use appropriate waste disposal container or bin. It is very important. It's not that today you use a written bucket as waste bin. Tomorrow you use your kitchen bucket as waste bin. It is not proper. It is better you get a waste bin and you call it waste bin. And every day you make sure you dispose the waste in it and you wash it, keep it neat in order to help the environment to always be friendly. Is that taken? Are you getting me? Okay, so it is not proper to leave dirt overnight because that will attract household waste in your environment. And you know what it means? If household waste visits your environment, that means it will invite so many sicknesses and diseases in the environment. Is that taken? So make sure you bring the disposal container or waste bin that is suitable for the environment. If you are doing having a restaurant, you get a bigger waste disposal container. Do you understand? But if you are using it for your household, you get the one that is suitable for that household and you call it a waste bin. It will serve as only waste bin. Is that taken? And you make sure you always monitor and dispose the waste in it properly. Is that taken? I hope you are with me. Okay, now I want to bring this lesson to the end. But before then, I want to quickly go back to the learning objective of this topic, which says that at the end of this lesson, that you will be able to define friendly and unfriendly environmental consumption practices on the consumption of goods and housing. Are you getting? Then, that's another thing you ought to know by the end of this class is the promotion of environment-friendly consumption from practices. How you can promote it. Are you getting it? Yes, I believe that with this explanation, you were able to catch up with the learning objective of today. And I equally want to take you to the reference material for you to read further, and read more. Is that okay? Go to your home management for colleges by Elizabeth Anyakor. That is your home management textbook. It will explain more on the topic. And you can equally go online and Google out for more information. Is that okay? Okay, now I'm bringing it to the end of this topic, and I wish to say bye for now and see you again in my next class. That is our week 10 class. All right. I wish you the best of luck, and I want to employ you to always make sure you go online. Keep reading. Don't be tired. It is not over until it is over. Is that taken? Remember, your second test will soon kick off by 3rd of August. And I wish you best of luck. Read and comprehend. Is that okay? Remember, we don't have talk time anymore. This is our talk time. If you have been playing with our online classes, please be more serious than ever. Are you getting? And I wish you best of luck. Always be the best for the good children I know you all. Read and remember to remind mommy and daddy of your online fee, because if you did not pay, system will automatically lock you out. Is that taken? So you make sure you pay at the right time so that you write your exams in good faith. Is that taken? All right. I still remain your teacher, Mrs. Oduma Vivian. I miss you all, and I wish you all well. Do you understand? Bye for now. I'm happy to be with you. Bye.